Hello everybody and welcome to another Kanji from Zero. We are trekking through this book right here, which I hope you all have a copy of. You could be using the first revision or the second revision, which we guarantee has less typos than the first revision. But I did just find one. I spelled institution wrong. For those of you that want to follow my typo, I'll tell you what page it's on. It is on page 40. It says institutions instead of institutions. I just found that and my heart dropped because it's the first typo I've found since we've released version 2 back in April. Alright, now, for those of you that are jumping into this who have not studied kanji, please go back. Please go back and study the kanji. I'm not trying to teach kanji to people that haven't learned hiragana and katakana and don't know some Japanese. Alright, today we're going to have a little bit of fun. I've prepared a pretty good PowerPoint for lesson 3. Lesson 3 topic is going to be days of the week and the planets. Now that might be a weird combination until you see how it works. Japanese kanji sometimes has really fun links, and we're going to explore a little bit of that today. And just a little bit of a heads up, we're going to be talking about the hardest working kanji in all of Japan. In all of the world, there's one kanji that is amazing. All right, here we go. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about Kanji Basics because a lot of people have heard me say, don't do this or don't do that or do it this way. And your friends will say, no, you've got to do it this way. You have to learn all of the kanji first, or you have to do this first. Vocabulary is more important, or grammar is more important. But the reality is, sticking with Japanese is a really, can be a challenging thing. So you know what? If you're interested in one thing and you want to binge on that one thing, do it. Ignore anything I've ever given before as advice if it goes against what you want to do, honestly. Sure, I've got some experience in this area and maybe I might be right for you, but you know what? If, let's say I am right and I said, hey, don't study all the kanji, study it as you go little by little and build up your other Japanese as you go, which would be my advice. You know what? If you quit Japanese because you're bored, all of that doesn't mean anything. So if you love kanji, and you might because you're watching this video, you know what? Jam through the kanji. You know what? Even if you can't speak it well, go through the kanji. I don't recommend that, but hey, do what you want to do. So chase what interests you so you don't give up. When I write lessons in books, one of the things I really think about a lot is this concept so hard it'll make someone quit? And if it is that hard, and if I'm confused so much that I can't explain it in a simple way, we shouldn't even have it. If I'm going to draw them down a path that's so confusing that they quit. So I like to really break things up into non-quittable parts, and I recommend that while you're learning Japanese, you do the exact same thing. So if you want to learn kanji, 2,000 of them before you even know how to say I like cats, then you know what? Let's do it. All right, but don't forget your end goal. Now, I know that there are many paths to get to fluency in Japanese, but the end goal is fluency in Japanese. And I frequently say there are, when I'm writing textbooks to my co-authors, I often say, as we debate a lesson, I say, hey, there's 10,000 ways to do this, and none of them are right, and none of them are wrong. So you can go many different directions, but just remember your end goal is to be fluent in Japanese, and don't spend too much time maybe analyzing something that isn't as important to your end goal, right? You could take a lot of side roads that won't get you to your end goal of speaking Japanese. Once you speak Japanese, you have a lot of flexibility to do whatever you want. You can study all of the tenets of Buddhism. Once you're fluent in Japanese, you could study it in Japanese if you're pretty good, or you could spend the rest of your life learning how all of those sayings work with the Japanese that you know. It's up to you. Don't go this is my advice. Again, you can feel free to ignore my advice, but don't go crazy trying to remember everything. You know, I've spoke Japanese now for 20 years or more. There might be a picture in here of me when I was 19, maybe, in Japan. So I have a significant history. I've been in Japan. I was in Japan when I was 12, and now I'm 44. So you do the math, that's 32 years. Been married now to my wife for 21, lived in Japan for 9. So I have got 32 years experience with Japanese, and I forget things. And I have a very casual personality where, you know what? I don't worry about it. I don't have to remember everything. I don't have to remember every single kanji reading. I don't have to know all of the things that those kanji do. If you're on a website that has those elitist learners that tell you, actually, you know what? They're just going to make you feel bad. Ignore them and remember, your goal is to speak Japanese and to have this round knowledge of Japanese. I'm assuming most of you do. So don't go crazy. All right, let's move on. All right. So we're going to learn some new words. Because today's topic is planets, I want to make sure we get some of the big words out of the way that aren't going to come up naturally while learning these next kanjis. So this first one is, because we're going to be talking about the planets today, is wakse. Wakse. Wakuse. It means planet. All right? So we live on a planet, and all of the planets that we know are all wakse. They're all planets. Okay? And eisei. Eisei is a satellite. Now, when I say satellite, and it says natural, I probably should have had parentheses there. This is not like a satellite that we put in the sky. In English, we say there are satellites surrounding the Earth. But when Japanese people say eisei, they don't mean like a TV or a radio satellite or a GPS satellite. They mean like a moon or something rotating around the planet. Eisei. Okay? You actually might hear eisei hoso, which means a satellite broadcast. In that case, they are talking about satellites that we put up in there in order to do that broadcast. That would be eisei hoso. All right? But what we're talking about when we say man-made satellites, it's literally jinko eisei. Jinko eisei means man-made satellite. And that last kanji is for star. We're going to see that a lot today. I'll back up a little bit and you'll see that we saw it right here also. Wakse, wakse. All right? Okay. Now, this word here, you would think dwarf planet, which is what Pluto got relegated to. Pluto used to be a full-blown planet, and then it got knocked down to a dwarf planet, which they call in Japanese Junwakse. I don't know why they call it Junwakse. I thought for sure it was going to be Showakse, which would have been cute. Showakse, because it sounds like Shogakse, right? Elementary school student, but it wasn't. It's I thought it was like small planet, right? But it's literally Jun, which means like normal, standard planet. Junwakse. Now a dwarf planet is apparently a planet that hasn't cleared out its orbit. You know, as it goes around the sun, there are still things completely in the way. Or I believe another one of the definitions that they used to redefine Pluto was that it was had to be a certain size. But I believe if I'm correct, someone can tell me if I'm wrong in the comments. I believe Pluto is a planet again. They made it not a dwarf planet anymore. But that has other implications for the other planets like Ceres, which is also a further out or similar area as Pluto is. Anyway, wow. We're talking about planets way too much. All right, let's look at some other words. So we just learned wakse, right? Now, if I said to you, saru no wakse, what would that mean to you? Those of you that are in the chat, what is saru no wakse? If you know any Japanese, you'll already know, but it's a little bit of a jump to get to the actual meaning. Saru no wakse. There's a little bit of a delay. We'll wait and I'll take a quick drink break here. Monkey planet. Very good. Premier Stingy, you are right. It is the monkey's planet, right? But it's Planet of the Apes. That is the name of the movie. Saru no Wakse is Planet of the Apes. They basically call it Planet of the Monkeys. Kind of interesting. Trivia. All right, let's keep going. It was this right here. Saru no Wakse. All right. Now, we're going to be talking about many of the planets. And I want to, before we get into the kanji, I want to show you one more thing. Taiyo. This is the sun, the Taiyo. All right? So the Taiyo is our sun, and you'll notice that it does not have this kanji in it. This kanji, which means sun, by the way, is not part of the actual word for sun. But it does mean sun, okay? So let's look at it. Let's look at this first kanji, which can be read in the kunyomi, the Japanese reading, is hi or ka. And in the Chinese reading, or what they call the onyomi, it is nichi or jitsu. Nichi or jitsu. Now, again, this is what I mean by completely trying to remember everything. My advice to you is not to go hika, shichi, get, nichi, get. Wait. That says jichi. It's supposed to say nichi. This is supposed to say nichi. Sorry, nichi. That is a typo. So hika. I don't want you to remember hika, nichi, getsu, or nichi. Hika, nichi, jitsu. I don't want you to do that because. By the way, now that I'm showing the PowerPoint like I am right now, I probably can just correct this on the screen and it won't be a typo. So, but I don't want you to remember the readings like that because that is tedious and it's counterproductive because he and ka, if you remember, actually don't remember, remember right now that this is he and ka. The very next kanji is also he and ka. So you can't say, oh, it's he, ka, so I know this kanji because the very next kanji has the exact same readings and it will not be easy for you to maintain all of that in your head. Instead, what you need to do is remember the words that are attached to those readings, and then you get this bonus of learning words and readings together. All right, and this has 4 strokes, yonkaku. All right, let's look at some new words. What do you think that is read as? Now, we know that it can be read as nichi, we know it can be read as jitsu, we know it can be read as he, and we know it can be read as ka. We also have this instinct rule that we talked about a few videos back, or the first video. We talked about how kunyomi and onyomi are typically not mixed. Okay, we talked that typically when kanji are all together, they're the Chinese reading or the onyomi. This breaks that rule. This shows you that there are not a lot of steadfast rules that always work. This actually has the same kanji twice, and one of the times it uses the Japanese reading and one of the times it uses the Chinese reading, okay? One is the kun-yomi and one is the on-yomi. So this is nichi-yobi, and it means Sunday. Sunday. You see that means sun, but here it means day. Now, a lot of words have be in it. All of the days of the week are going to have be in it, and other words will have be in it. Sometimes a day will be something no hi, right? Where there isn't the B on there. Remember we talked about how when kanji are put together, if you can throw a dakuten on there or those little hash marks, they often get added. That's exactly what's happening here. Nichiyobi, right? But let's think of some other day. What's another day? Something. Sports day in Japan is Taiku no Hi, day of sports. Taiku no Hi. Children's day, Kodomo no Hi. So it would never be Kodomo no Bi, because there is a hiragana in the middle there, and you don't add the dakuten like that. The rendaku, right, doesn't happen when you've got hiragana in the middle like that. All right. So this next word, what do you think that's read as? Anyone know? I mean, we don't know this kanji yet, so I assume. I just realized you guys can't see my hand going across because it depends on what version I show you. I have 2 versions of this. One I have the PowerPoint laid on top, and the other one I'm showing the actual. There's a TV right here, so that will be confusing. I apologize. But that is kyujitsu. That first kanji is the kanji to take a break, so it's a day of rest. Kyujitsu. Okay, it means a day off. All right. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what is that? Now we know the first 2 kanji, but we don't know the last kanji yet. So we know that the first kanji is read as itsuka or gonichi, right? We learned that maybe 2 videos ago. So this is itsuka-kan. Itsuka-kan. It means a period of 5 days. Or 5 days. Itsuka-kan. If it was just itsuka all by itself, it would mean the 5th of the month. Okay? If it was gonichi, it would mean 5 days. This is itsuka-kan. It means a period of 5 days. This kanji means period. I'm sorry. The third kanji, I'm going to start referring to them as the first, second, and third kanji because you guys can't see my hand over here, theoretically. All right, here we go. Let's talk a little bit about something that is a little bit confusing, and a lot of beginners have this question. What is this read as? Even if you haven't learned a lot of kanji, I'm sure you've seen this a lot. This is Nihon. It means Japan, okay? But there's also this kanji, right? You're thinking, well, wait a minute, it's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? There's 2 of them, right? But this one is Nippon. Now, a lot of times, nichi words like nichi and jitsu, the tsu and the chi can be turned into a small tsu. There's no rule for that. I don't have a rule for that, but that is a very common thing where they put it together so it becomes nippon instead of nichi pong, right? Or nichihon. It's not natural to do it that way. But nippon and nihon both mean Japan. Okay? Now, even Japanese people don't exactly quite know which one is the official one. They both are used in Japan. I do have some numbers though. 61% of the people that were surveyed by NHK use Nihon, and 37% use Nippon. Now, I have a theory that more official things tend to be Nippon, and more casual things tend to be Nihon. But again, that rule is very easy to break, so that's just something to keep in mind. Typically, if you're saying, I'm going to Japan, you're going to say, Nihon ni ikimasu, instead of Nippon ni ikimasu. But things like the Bank of Japan is Nippon Ginko. On their money, it all says Nippon. And Nippon, I believe, would be like the official way to say Japan. All right, let's move on. The exact same thing twice because it's that important. Okay. All right, now let's get to a really important word that everybody loves. It is tanjoubi. Tanjoubi. Tanjo means birth. Tanjoubi means birthday, your day of your birth. Now, I did promise that there might be a picture of me when I was 19. This picture is taken approximately 22 years ago. This is me here. I don't know if you can see it. Actually, you can see it. I'm the guy in the middle there. The lady with the chopsticks was in a very recent video that I put up. Returned to Japan, Hachinohe Day 1. She's very, very old now. But this was when she was much younger, and she took me to this kabuki place. And this man is the brother of a man that I was doing business with for import-export at the time. And she thought it would be funny to bring me to the very serious man's brother's place where he dresses up as a kabuki geisha. It was a lot of fun. You could tell I'm having fun. All right. There you go. All right, next kanji. Wow, we've only gotten through one kanji so far. So this is moon. The last one meant sun. This means moon, and it can be read as tsuki, which all by itself means moon, and getsu and gatsu. Getsu and gatsu are the other readings. All right, and it also has 4 strokes. Let's get to some words. This is. We already know the kanji for one, and I think we actually already did this word in one of the other videos. It is ichigatsu. Ichigatsu. January. Okay, but look at this. Look at this. What is this? Now this is, when you first start learning kanji, you're going to see this and you're going to go, wait a minute. Why is there a katakana? Why is there a katakana in the middle? Right? This is ikkagetsu. It's not even read ke. That is a katakana ke, and you notice it's small. Ikkagetsu. In all of the kagetsu words, this is going to be there. Okay? Now maybe in a future video I'll show you more words that have this in there, but right now we're only doing this. So ikkagetsu means 1 month, a period of 1 month. You can have that same kan on there that we had for itsukakan. You can say ikkagetsu kan, a period of 1 month. How long will you be in Japan? 1ヶ月間います。Right? 日本にどれぐらいいますか? 1ヶ月間います。You could even just say 1ヶ月います。Okay? If you said 1月, it would mean January, as does not mean 1 month. It just means January. All right, and of course we know this is just moon, tsuki. All right, let's move on. This is Monday. 月曜日. 月曜日. It's Monday, Moon Day, right? Monday and Moon Day. Still, we haven't gotten to any planets yet, have we? All right, next one. This is where we talked about in the very beginning. I kind of teased it. We're going to talk about the hardest working kanji in the world for our next word. It's very, very important. Look at this. It's not that K thing that we just saw. It's not that. This is called the kurikaeshi. Kurikaeshi. And it means repeater. It comes from the word kurikaesu, to repeat. Kurikaesu. For example, a teacher might say to you, 繰り返してください. Repeat what I'm saying, right? じゃあ次の言葉を繰り返してください. Please repeat the next words that I say, for example. So this is the 繰り返し, and using just the kanji that we know, I'm going to show you Why this is the hardest working kanji in the world? Because this kanji, I'm going to guess, has hundreds of ways to read it. Because it's a repeater. You know what it's like? Do you guys play Pokemon? You guys play Pokemon Go? It's like the Ditto, right? The Ditto can reflect any Pokemon that it's fighting against, right? And it becomes that Pokemon. This, when it follows a kanji, it takes on the characteristic of that kanji that it's following, and it takes the exact same reading. Okay, so let's look at it. Now, we know the kanji ichi, and this is the repeater kanji, so this is read ichi ichi, ichi ichi. And this means one by one, right? Or it's used like, you could say it like this, ichi ichi iwanakute ii yo. You don't have to say it one by one. You don't have to say it so detailed. Like maybe my wife tells me to do the dishes, and she's like, none of the cup, none of this. She's giving too much detail. Ichi ichi ii yo. I don't need the one by one, right? I don't need that. So you say ichi ichi, all right? All right, this one is he. Now watch this. This is really interesting. It's not he. Because remember, when you have kanji together, if you can put that dakuten on there, a lot of times you do. It's exactly what's happening here. The repeater kanji becomes bi, hibi. It's like daily. It's like daily, right? Hibi. It's not hibi. It's also not nichi. It's a decided way of reading it. It's hibi. All right, next one. This is a good one. Okay. Now, this first kanji read as tsuki. What do you think the kurikaishi is read as? What do you think? Take a guess. Tsuki. Is it tsuki? No. Tsukizuki. Tsukizuki. It means monthly, right? Every month. Tsukizuki. Every month. All right? Pretty nice, right? Now, you can find tons of words that use this. It's actually, you'd probably write a really good book on it. It's pretty fun. All right, let's move to the next kanji. This, now, I accidentally said that after we did, remember that kanji we had that was for sun, and I said it was he and ka? I thought it was the next kanji that was going to have that, but it's this kanji, okay? Look at this. He and ka. It can also be read he and ka. The only difference is that he is its Japanese reading and ka is its Chinese reading, right? And the other one was both kunyomi. Now, so if you just learn the readings, you're going to know, well, which he and which ka is it. But if I said to you, let's say I said to you, write a he. They wouldn't know what he to write. They might write this one, which means fire, or they might write the he that means sun or day, or they might write the he that means like a fee, or all of the other tons of kanji that can all be also read as he, like anti something is hikokai, unreleased, like it's read to mean anti. There's a whole bunch of kanji that can be read as he. But if you say to me, it's the he from this word, for example, I could say, let's see, kodomo no hi no hi. The he from kodomo no hi, right? That's what I could do. I could give you a kanji word and say no, and then that reading, okay? Then you would be able to know what it is. That's why you should learn words, not just the readings. All right, let's keep going. 4 strokes. Notice a pattern. Everything so far has had 4 strokes. All right, next one. Day of the week, Tuesday, kayobi. Kayobi, okay? Day of the week. So in English, that's Tuesday. In Japanese, it's Fire Day. Fire Day. Kayobi. All right. Now, I'm going to show you something interesting here. This is read as kaji. Kaji. It's a fire event. Kaji. Fire. It means fire. It just really means like a fire that is at a building. Like that kind of a fire, right? But if you just said he, fire all by itself, that means like flame. Or like a fire that's not of a building, right? He. Okay, but this kanji is different, but it's read the same way. This is also kaji, right? But this is house thing, kaji. This means house cleaning, work that you have to do in the house, kaji, right? I'm doing kaji right now, right? Kind of interesting, right? You would never have it would never be like if you said, what are you doing? And you said kaji, they would never think you're setting a fire, by the way, because the context is everything. You don't do fire. You do housework, right? You would never point to a fire and say kaji, and people, what do you mean housework? In other words, some people love to say, and I know this is going to be a little bit controversial, they love to say, pitch accent is so important in Japanese, because let's say that, for example, this has a different pitch accent. I honestly don't know. But let's say that one was kaji, and the other one was kaji. One goes up, and one goes, you know what? That's one of those things I don't want you to chase. I personally wouldn't want you to chase pitch accent, okay? A famous example that I give is hana and hana, and I don't even know if I did it differently. One means flower and one means nose, okay? One goes up, hana, and one goes down, hana, okay? Here's the thing. In the Kansai area, it's reversed. They intonate it a different way. But here's the thing. I've said it before. Context will tell you everything. And because Japanese sounds are a, I, u, e, o, they're so distinct. You could be so far off each one of those accents. As long as you were consistent and there was context, they would understand you. Pitch accent, not important in my book, okay? Is it important to get a good accent? Yes. Is it important to not be like, domo arigato? Yeah, it's important. But is it important to be, domo arigatou gozaimashita versus domo arigatou gozaimashita? No, I don't think so. Because eventually you will get better. If you start chasing pitch accent, you're never going to reach your goal of fluency, but you'll be good at a much limited vocabulary where you worked out pitch accent. I've seen these books with the little squares up and down. Oh gosh, no, please. Please. Chinese, yes. Japanese, no. All right, let's move on. That was kind of an unexpected topic for me. Finally, we're going to get to a planet, okay? Now remember this kanji here? Don't have to remember it, but just visually remember that it means star. And let me give you a little bit of, oh, you can't see it, I'm sorry. You can't see my hand, I'm used to showing you my hand. Right here, the first kanji is fire, but that second kanji is star, and the top part of that kanji is sun. And the bottom part of that is the kanji for birth, which we don't know yet. The birth of a sun is a star, okay? So this is the fire planet, Kase. Kase, all right? This is Mars. Kase, easy to remember, right? Fire planet being Mars. All right, let's move on. All right, next kanji. This is water, mizu. Mizu, okay? That's the reading. You probably already, if you've already learned the days of the week, might know where I'm going. Sui. Sui is the onyomi. Mizu is the clean and it has 4 strokes. What? How many times are we going to do 4 strokes? Let's look at some words. We've got, is this suiyobi or mizuyobi? It's suiyobi. Wednesday. I mean, it's easy to remember. Water starts with a W. Wednesday starts with a W. So it's suiyobi, okay? Day of water, I guess, right? All right. What's this? Is this, what is this? Watercolors? Is this watercolors? For those of you who know, that second kanji means color. It's mizuiro. Now, it's not watercolor. This is light blue. Mizuiro is a way to say light blue. Okay? All right. And our planet. Suisei. Suisei. Now, it might be suisei, right? I always imagine my wife's voice. Suisei. Right? So let's say my pitch accent's wrong and I say, suisei. I'm never going to randomly say Mercury. That's what it means. I'm never going to say Mercury out of the blue. I will be talking about planets. I'll be pointing at something in the sky. I'll be looking at a telescope. The topic will be space. And I will say, suisei. However I say it wrong or good. Suisei. Suisei. Whatever. They're going to understand it. Now, that being said, there is one word that will confuse you. So suisei means Mercury, but look at this word. This is also read suisei, but this means comet. Boom. Now, typically, I don't think I've ever seen this kanji written before. I know I've never seen it. It's very foreign looking to me. It doesn't look like normal Japanese kanjis. I'm pretty sure it's not in the all of the kanji that Japanese learn through the 2000 whatever that they have to learn. Normally I think this is written just suisei with hiragana for sui, but this means comet. And this is one of those weird ones where do you mean a comet or do you mean Mercury? you know, you could say 惑星の方, the one that's a planet. 惑星の方. 惑星の方の水星. The 水星 that is a planet, or 惑星じゃない方の水星 if you have to. The 水星 that isn't a planet. The 飛ぶやつ, the one that flies. 飛んでるやつ, right? Or 尻尾のあるやつ, the one that has a tail. You see how there's ways to work around words like this. But I just thought that was kind of interesting one to throw in there. All right, let's move on. Next kanji. This kanji means tree or wood. It can be ki or ko. And I'll be honest with you, I only know one word with this ko reading. And it's in our book because it's one of the rare words that I thought was worth learning that had it in there. And then it could be read as boku or moku. Now, this boku reading is not the boku like boku, me. That's a whole different reading, okay? Let's look at it. Four strokes again? What? All right, let's move on. Let's look at our words. So we've got tree day, Thursday, right? 木曜日, okay? The day of the trees, right? Or day of wood. It could go either way. Wood day. But that would make you think it's Wednesday. So let's go with tree day, all right? Then you've got, this is another good word, ueki. This is like a potted plant. Ueki. Potted plant. Because you're ueru. Ueru is the kanji, that's the first kanji is for ueru, is like to put in the soil, to raise it within the soil, right? So ueki. All right. Then, now this is the kanji, the word that I said that has ko in it. It's Kodachi. And honestly, if I heard Kodachi in the blue, I would not know that it means the grove. I never use, it means a grove, right? And it's literally, when you have the kanji tatsu, which means to stand, it means like a line of something, right? So it's a line of trees, that's a grove, Kodachi. You can see how when you know more kanji, you can sometimes remember the words based on the parts that are made up of it, okay? Not all the time, but many, many times you can. All right? Okay, here we go. Here's another one. Just like we had suisei, it can mean Mercury, and it could mean comet. We have another one of those, mokusei. Now, mokusei means wooden, or literally made with wood, but it's wooden. So it's mokusei. So for example, I could say, this, このおもちゃは木製です. This toy is wooden, right? It's made of wood. But then there's this, mokusei. So this means, it's a planet. Who wants to guess? I'm looking in the book. If you look on page 39, all of the answers are there. Mokusei. Now, this is it's weird that Mokusei means this planet. It's really weird because there's obviously no trees on it. Mokusei is Jupiter. But Jupiter looks like wood grain, and I believe that's why the name is Mokusei. That's my guess. I'm going to go with that. But I don't know if when they discovered Jupiter, they had powerful enough opticals to see that. So I literally have no idea. So that's random fake news. Fake news, people. That's fake news. All right, make Japanese great again. All right, here we got, this is the kanji for gold. Okay, can be read as kane or kana. Okay, or kin or kon. I like that. It's a kin kon. Sounds like King Kong, right? King Kong is the Chinese reading, and kana and kane is the Japanese reading. It has 8 strokes because you know what? Friday is a good day, and gold is double. Friday's double better than those other days. Gold is amazing. It's got 8 strokes. Honestly, you don't need to know how many strokes it is unless you're looking it up and you can't read the one reason you need to be able to count strokes is if you can't read the kanji at all and you don't know the radical and you don't know any ways to read it, you could search by how many strokes there are and then visually search for it. Okay? Just an extra piece of information. Please don't remember how many strokes there are. Please don't. Please don't take that effort. Use your brain power to get better in Japanese. All right, so here we have Friday, Kinyoubi. Now, I want to point something out. This N sound, kin, look, my mouth is open. It's not kin, like Korean can do this other, if you know any Korean, you might be thinking, well, is it this N? Kin, where they put their together. Japanese doesn't do that. It's very back of the throat nasal. King. You You don't connect your mouth in the front. Kinyobi. Kinyobi. Okay? Means Friday. And okane. Okane means money. Very important. Oh, by the way, Japanese, this is money. This is a symbol for money in Japan. Not that they won't know what this means. They know what this means. Okane. Okane. Alright? And this word is not in the book, but I feel like it's a pretty good word. Chokin. Chokin. First kanji is to save or build up. And king, your gold or your money. This is savings. This is like money that you've saved in the bank. Chokin. Chokin ikura arimasu ka? How much savings do you have? All right. Oh, by the way, these right here, this is totally coincidental. But I bought these at Barnes & Noble, believe it or not. Has this great Japanese section now. But this is a coin bank, right? It's a chokin bako, which literally means a money saving box. This is a chokin bako. See? Both of them are actually. This is Totoro. Right? Both of them are chokin bako. So, well, we learned a bonus word, piggy bank. We call it a piggy bank in English for some reason, but Japanese don't say buta no ginko, right? All right. Moving on. All right. Now we've got this kanji right here, kinsei. Kinsei, which I have to look up because I always forget which one this is. Kinsei, Venus. Kinsei, Venus is kinsei, the golden star. I don't know why. I have no idea why. All right. Wow, that felt very abrupt. Moving to the next one. This is means soil, and the readings are tsuchi, and the Chinese readings are to and do, and it is a 3-stroker. I have no joke for that. Yeah, let's move on. All right, so we've got soil day, right? Soil day. Doyobi. Doyobi. Now, you would think that Earth would be dose, right? Like it's the because literally this tsuchi kanji can mean earth, as in soil, earth. So you think, oh, dose must be earth, but it's not. It's not. I think we're gonna get to it in a bit. So this means land, tochi, and this means, as it says right here on page 39, the soil planet, right? It means Saturn. Now, the way you can remember it is Saturday, doyobi, Saturn, dose, all right? I actually haven't remembered all the planets. I'm very weak with Saturn and Venus. Yeah, the rest I pretty much got. All right, here we go. Here we go. This is Earth. We don't know any of these kanjis. This is also this first kanji is another way to say soil or earth. Another kanji that means that same thing. Chikyu, and the second kanji means globe. So this dirt globe, soil globe is chikyu. All right. Then you've got ten-o-sei. Ten-o-sei. This is planet, right? The last kanji means star. Then we've got o meaning king for the middle kanji, and the first kanji is heaven. So the heavenly king planet. If you want to look at the full list, by the way, I have more planets listed that we're teaching on page 39 of Revision 2. I don't know if the page number is different, honestly. But the full list is right here. Page 39. All right? All right. So that is Uranus. The way I like to remember that is, oh, you think Uranus is heavenly? Kind of a little hint for you there. I know... I was going to say something I don't want to say. Sorry. So Uranus is not heavenly, all right? But it is, for some reason, considered the heaven king planet. All right, next one. This is Kaiosei. Kaiosei. This is the sea king planet, and this means Neptune. Which makes sense, right? Because isn't Neptune the god that's of the ocean? I think he's got the pitchfork thing. All right. And one more. Meiosei. Now, this is Pluto, which again, please in the comments let me know, is Pluto back to being a planet? They might be considering it. By the way, Pluto was discovered by an American, and I think that's why we were so against. I think some guy in Arizona or somewhere was like it was like the last discovered planet apparently. Like in the 1950s, he discovered it, and it was like this big thing. And then for us to take it away from being a planet was like it hurt America. I think that's why we found a way, or we're trying to find a way to make it a planet again. Meiosei. All right. That is, this is actually, there are no references. I just forgot to delete this. This is from the last one. What I do is I always take my PowerPoint and I recycle it. There you go. That is the days of the week and the planets. If you'd like to learn more kanji, the book is right here. The book is very huge. It is 430 pages. For those of you that do have it, please go review it. I appreciate it. Up on Amazon.com or up on BookDepository.com. If you're in a country that doesn't have Amazon, like the Philippines or other places like that, you can get this book on BookDepository.com. And the shipping is like either free or $5. I can't remember, from Book Depository. And the weird thing is, Book Depository is owned by Amazon. And they're out of the UK. So it takes a little bit of time for you to get the book. But the shipping's very reasonable. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next Kanji from Zero. Ta-da. I think that went pretty well.